Well, good morning, folks. Little breakfast ride this morning. Apologies for the picture. It looks like I'm just in silhouette. Got this nice bright sky behind me. Not. So, just a quick ride up to Starbucks, I think, and have the old croissant. Jill Scott apparently is in the area today, finishing off her running and cycle ride to Sunderland. So you never know, I might bump into her on the route. So we'll see what goes. So basically, we're just going along the Auckland Way, down towards Auckland Park, Gurney Valley. Oops, just dodge the branches here. I think we need a bit of a trim along here. Yeah, then up through Cowan, Kirk Merrington, Ferry Hill, and then to Thinford. So those of you that know the area, that's where we're going. A little bit chilly this morning, but certainly better than the last few days. It's been absolutely pouring with rain the last few days. So we'll hopefully have a dry one today. Lovely bit of greenery along here, but it is getting a little bit tight in places. There's a few bridges on the Auckland Way, one of which, I think, next one coming up, is quite an interesting one. It's a lot longer than the majority. So we have this initial bridge here, just an ordinary one. And then this longer one, which I believe is known as the Bishop's Bridge. You can see it's much longer. Apparently the reason for that is when the railway, which is obviously what this originally was when it was constructed or being constructed, the Bishop of the day, this being part of their land, the Bishop wasn't keen on seeing the smelly, dirty train going through his land. So he only agreed to it on the basis that they would construct this much longer tunnel. It has trees on the top, and it hid the train from view. So yeah, wonderful thing, history. Alright, I'll catch up with you later. Alright, so we're coming down to the end of the Auckland Way now. Looks like the council have been out trimming the grass a little bit down the edges here, which is nice. Gives a little bit more room. Right, well, that was the peaceful bit of the ride over, I think. Right, so this is Auckland Park. Used to be just this few houses on the left here, and I think there's another street off to the right, but now got a new development here, which has improved the area a bit, I think, generally. And all of this was the old pit areas, I believe. Yeah. Still fairly quiet. I mean, it's only 7:15, so one of the beauties, I suppose, getting out this time in the morning. Looking out for the the drivers who haven't woken up yet as well, obviously. Well, the weatherman said it had to get out of it better, so hope he's right. One coming up fast behind. Camden bypass, bit of a fast road. Impressed with all these drivers here today. I had considered that I might still order one. Getting a little thing called a Pass Pixie, which is basically a little badge which goes on your back or on your panniers, which displays the picture of a speed camera, and it's there to let drivers know that you are equipped with cameras. Or in some cases, just to make them think that you're equipped with cameras. And I've seen quite a few people who have it, and they do say that it makes a big difference. Having said that, tempting fate, I suppose, this morning. We haven't had any close passes this morning, so hopefully it remains that way. Oh, a few brake lights up ahead. Just a bus at the bus stop, I think. So how long is the bus going to be there? Tend to move out early, put myself in his mirror, let him see me. Right, so into Ferry Hill. At one time this would have been quite an important little village, because the road we're going on to shortly, the A167, used to be the A1, so the London to Edinburgh road, before the motorway was opened in Durham in about 1969, I think, and before Ferry Hill was bypassed itself. This was the main road north. So yeah, quite a bit of history to it. The old stagecoach road and things like that. Now I always miss this one. This is where I want to be. Get onto the path here, because this is, as we get down here now, I find this is the shared pedestrian cycle route on the 167. It's always nice to get onto it here, and then you're out the way. there's one coming out. Where's his mate? Car there. Yeah, looking out for all these sort of things. Some of these trees now, yeah, they're getting a bit low. Right, as I was saying earlier on, this used to be the A1 at one time, and there's an interesting little pub down here called the Coach and Horses. Obviously there was a coaching inn back in the day, and apparently in its original form it goes back to something like the 1500s. So that gives you an idea how old this road is. Or would have been part of the Great North Road, yeah. There we go, the old Coach and Horses. And this is pretty much, I think, where the cycle route ends. For now, anyway. There's a little gap in it, but for today's ride, this will do. Bit busy. Right, so back to mixing it with the traffic, I suppose. Oh, yeah, this is where you've got to have your wits about you, not just the drivers, pedestrians as well. There we go. There she is. Go on, Jill. Hey. Oh, I got a wave. Right, yeah. Alright, back home then. Oh. Going out. Right guys, well that's it, back home. Nice little ride, just short of 14 miles. Bit of breakfast. And managed to give Jill a wave as well, doing it brilliantly. Catch her all in the next one.